Alright, and we're back. Top 32, here we go. It's been a long journey of Stark versus Targaryen matchups. Honestly, I think I've lost count at this point. How often have we had Stark versus Stark today? I think it's 6 or 7 times. Something ridiculous. And yeah, the top 32 looks exactly like that. So it's gonna be a fun one, but stick around. This one we are showing because Werner is in it, and Werner is really a seasoned German player, and he's never really had time to shine. So this is for Werner. Finally, he's done it. He's 8-0. He always had the potential, and now he's doing it. So we had to show him. But yeah, after this, I'm personally making sure that we're gonna show something that isn't Stark and or Tark, at least on one side of the table. I believe it's gonna be fairly difficult to get it to be non-Stark, non-Tark on both sides of the table, but at least one side's gotta be something different, right? All right. Yeah, it's just a fairly normal start here for both players. Nothing too special. 1 second, I have to do some quick PR. Kannst du auf die Facebook posten, dass wir mit der Top 32 live sind? Das habe ich Kannst du jetzt zur Helmut gehen und das sagen? Kannst du jetzt zur Helmut gehen und sagen, ich möchte ein paar Leute noch einschalten. Weil als er das gepostet hat, hatten wir wesentlich mehr Viewers. Alles klar. Alright, so public relations stuff out of the way. Now we can focus on the game. Nice. Alright, so yeah. I mean, the man, Tom Malucci himself, told you in his winner interview that we had about half an hour ago how his approach to the matchup really works. And what his just general game plan for the matchup is. And I totally agree there. Just, you need the aggression as Targaryen and put down the Stark player so that he cannot fan out too much of a board. You don't want the game to go incredibly wide, at least not for the Stark player, and then you just control them with military challenges and ride that to victory. So that's the general game plan here for Tom. And what he also mentioned in his winner interview was that he's playing Assault from the Shadows because that actually makes Marine much better, because it's much less likely that if you draw a card that you can't play, because you can always put something into Shadows with the agenda. So I think that's a very cool approach, and I would like to see him advance here. But we have a very formidable opponent here in Werner, who I think topped the Swiss. Yeah, he should have been the one who topped the Swiss, and it's gonna be a tough one. I think our players are not ready to start yet. There might be some last-second deck checks coming in, because the round obviously can only start once every player is seated, and the last players to finish the graduated cut still probably have to get the deck checked. So it might be 2 or 3 more minutes before we actually get started here. Also, we have a lot more background noise now, so if I'm not loud enough, then let me know in the chat.
Helmut war zwar nicht da, aber Schweig wird es dann gleich machen, wenn es losgegangen ist.
All right. So, alright, nice to hear that the volume is alright. Interesting fun fact, the right-hand side playmat, Werner's playmat, is actually a depiction of one of the battles that Germany lost against Poland. Not exactly sure from which age it is, but I think that's a very nice idea for a playmat. It's definitely much more original than the Star Wars playmat there. Boo! Although I actually had a couple of players here today tell me that Star Wars was actually their favorite game of all time, at least in the LCG realm. Oh yeah, I recognize that he's a world champion for Star Wars. I mean, it's great work. It's just great work in whatever game you do it, because always takes dedication, takes a lot of skill, and I think the most important trait for a champion is that you pick yourself up whenever you're defeated and you try again, because none of these guys won their first championship. It's really the grind that gets you there. So yeah, no matter which game you win, you certainly deserve the accolade.